Hello, hello, good morning, everybody. Oh, there we go. Hello, hello. Hi, Lone Star. I'm drinking hot tea today because I don't know, I wanted to. I've been drinking mostly iced tea lately. Good morning, good morning. I have a headache. I did take painkillers though, so hopefully it will get better. Hello, Banana Boy. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We are going to be playing some Tiny Glade today. I figured it's actually been a little bit since we played Tiny Glade on stream. I was like, we gotta play some Tiny Glade. That'll be nice. Other than that, I don't know. I've been thinking about books, mostly. There was a question of the day in one of the Discords. A lot of the Discords I'm in have question of the day bots. But in one of them, it was a quote that you like, hell yeah, we love books, yeah. Like, what is your favorite quote? Which I just take to mean, what is one of your favorite quotes, rather than like the ultimate favorite quote, because obviously. And in this case, I thought of the, you can't take loved away from Nona the Ninth. Which when any of you get there, if you've never read the Locked Tomb series, when you get there, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. It'll happen. Man. Locked Tomb series is just good. So good. Anyway. It's funny because I was like, man, every time this one has come up with a bot, I've just linked the caduceus clay line, which I can recite verbatim. This would be a Critical Role Campaign 2. Caduceus Clay is Tellison Jaffe's second character after Mollymock dies. And due to a lot of reasons, they're embroiled in some stuff, and they're having dinner with and speaking to a powerful magus that manipulated and abused not only one of the player characters, but is just generally like a really bad dude. And Caduceus Clay, when this guy gets up to leave, says, may I say before you go, you are perhaps one of the most powerful mages that I've ever had the, I forget the exact word now, damn. Pleasure? Not pleasure. Anyway, of working with. Like, this is a verbatim I said, and then I'm like, Bob, my brain isn't working fully, so it's okay. It might be pleasure. Pleasure of working with. And for this, I would offer you a gift. For it has been a long time, I think, since anyone has told you that you were a fool. Pain doesn't make people. It's love that makes people. The pain is inconsequential. It's love that saves them. And you would know this, except you have none of it around you. You have said yourself that you surround yourself with lies and deceit. And I would wish for you, in the future, to find someone who will mourn you when you are gone. Respectfully. And I love Caduceus so much. Taliesin did such a good job with him. Yep. Especially the okay, for extra information, Caduceus Clay is a grave cleric, not to be confused with the death cleric. I've had some people get confused with that. On occasion, they're like, that's basically this. And I'm like, no, death clerics is basically like, what if you wanted a DPS cleric? That's a death cleric. The grave clerics are different. But anyway. But he's a cleric of the Wild Mother, and his family tends to graves. His family tends to graves of, and these graves have been blessed by the Wild Mother, and it's a whole thing. He's basically a grave tender. It's wonderful. To find somebody who will mourn you when you're gone is, you know. Nah, the word respectfully was technically, that's gotta be Pumat's soul line. Well, they're both furbolgs. Furbolgs? Let me double check that I'm not mixing this up to... Yes, furbolgs. It's a dialect thing? A little bit, although they're from different areas. It's more, at the time, it's more like he tacked that on so the wizard wouldn't get pissed and fry them or something. Obviously that one of like, there's sort of a putting on airs of like politeness there because of the everything. Anyway. Nonetheless, I love Caduceus. I love Caduceus so much. But I was like, man, I've quoted that so many times. It probably is like my most favorite quote. But I've quoted it so many times. I feel like maybe, just maybe, I ought to quote something else for once. So I quoted the Lock Tomb instead. You know how it is sometimes. Yep. I used to know a lot of quotes. I like to quote things. My brain has definitely dropped a lot of them at this point, though. You know? Like a lot of them. I can't help it. It's time, and, you know, a lot of the quotes I know are stupid. I also love Unhand Our Sister. Kill 6 billion demons. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ever seen somebody just, like, nigh effortlessly make a fantastic trans arc for a character? Probably not effortlessly. It just felt effortless. They probably put a lot of work into it. Because I like the jokes. I like the sentimentality. So most of the quotes that I know are going to be sentimental in some manner. That's just who I am as a person. also can quote Firefly, though. Big damn heroes, sir. Aren't we just? But that's also because I grew up on Firefly. It's just also like, God. Teal'c from Stargate SG-1 also has a lot of good lines. Like, what is an Oprah? Yeah. Funny. Like, unintentionally funny, man. It's actually... So... I like what they did in Stargate because Teal'c is a very serious character and he's not... They made him so his dialogue, he's not the comic relief in the like traditional way that comic relief is. A lot of the time it's like Sokka. Don't get me wrong, I love Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender, but he's like comic relief in that he's the butt of the joke a lot of the time. And his character is taken seriously in some places, and he does have a good character arc, but there's a balance they struck there. One that they did not succeed with Bolin and Legend of Korra at all. They just threw his character out the window and made him the comic relief, and that's all he did. But Teal'c from Stargate SG-1, he is a very serious character, and all of his emotional arcs are taken extremely seriously. He's not all of that witty or anything that himself. He's like very straight-faced, and like the character mostly plays him monotone. But the lines, some of his lines are just so funny. It's mostly, to be fair, it's mostly Jack O'Neill that is like the actual like full comic relief, which is funny because Stargate did a really good job with their characters when I really stopped. So there's some issues here and there, you know, like some things get a little bit tired. They didn't, because it's serialized, they didn't go all the way that they could have when they were doing their character development in some cases. Like, Jack stays almost too antagonistic to, like, science jargon, a lot of which he does actually understand at a certain point, technically, but he still stays, like, too antagonistic of, like, blah, 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 blah. Simplify it for me, dummies. Which is fine in the beginning, but I feel like they should have, like, leaned away from that at some point. You know, this television show ran for 10 years. It's got 10 seasons, so... a season a year. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how brutal that... Because, like, we don't really do that much anymore in serialized media. We don't, like... A lot of them do not crank out a season a year. It just doesn't happen that way anymore. Can you imagine if we still did that? Yay. Hey guys, I'm gonna have a sec and I'm gonna get really mad at... I've been told the insurance in the state of New York is good. But so far my experience is it is worse than Ohio's. Not that it, like, is bad, because, like, I know what bad looks like, but there's still some really frustrating things, including the fact that my insurance will only let me refill my birth control every month. Which means, guess what? If I'm meant to be taking birth control so I don't have a period, basically I don't go into withdrawal off of the, I'm not taking the placebos that they give you, I'm screwed because I can't do that because the insurance won't let me. And I'm mad about it. I'm really fucking mad about this. Because I just got a text being like, oh, from my pharmacy being like, oh, we can't refill that. Basically, insurance won't let them because it's too early. And I'm like, cool. So I'm going to have to do the thing that I don't want to do, which is the reason that I'm even on birth control in the first place. I'm not on birth control for birth control. I'm on birth control for hormonal control, so my periods don't hurt. So I don't have periods at all because I have endometriosis. God. All insurance is bullshit. I did not get given this much grief back in Ohio. Like, full disclosure, did not get given this much grief at all. And I'm mad about it. I'm going to have to ask one of my OB-GYN. I'm going to see both of them in July, one sooner than the other. I'm going to have to ask both of them if there's anything we can do about it. It's like this is affecting my quality of life really badly. It's such bullshit. Like, oh, it's too early. And I'm like, yeah, because it's too early because you guys are giving me pill packets with the placebos because that's the only way they get produced, right? You're not going to get a pill packet of birth control pills that don't have the placebo in them. But I'm not taking them. Like, I'm not doing that skip week. I'm just continuing to take my birth control. I got a 3-month supply and I'm just continuing to take it, which means I don't have like a full 3-month supply because there's 3 weeks of placebos between the 3 packets. I'm so angry. I am actually mad about it. I'm just playing it off with humor. Ugh. Really stinking mad about it. And I had to talk to like the pharmacists can't do anything about that. I'm gonna have to see what my other options are with one of my doctors. I'm gonna be like, hey, this thing is happening. Completely unhelpful for me. What can we do about this? Because I ideally should not be having periods because my periods are excruciating. And like I'm already having a hard enough time. and I'm already in pain all the time without my period. So, you know. Ugh. Ugh. Maybe I can just call like one of the offices and talk to. A lot of the time prescriptions aren't handled by the doctors. A lot of the time prescriptions are handled by like a nurse practitioner within the office. Maybe I can call and talk to one of them and ask them what we can do. Of course, if I have to be re-prescribed something else or given an alternate birth control, like hormonal control methods, and the doctor will have to talk to me about it. Oh, man. I might have to do an insert, which comes with its own problems if something goes wrong. It's all predicated on the assumption that some people need and deserve help and some people do not, and determining which is important, if not more important than helping people who need it. Well, I wouldn't even go that far. I would just say that, like, insurance companies, their bottom line is always how much money they're going to be making because it's a for-profit, incentivized, like, company. So they don't even care. Like, it's not even about determining who actually needs it and who doesn't. At some point, they have to help the people who really, really need it once they prove that they really, really need it, because otherwise they'll get sued. And that's it. Or at least they'll increase the risk of being sued if they don't. It's not really even a matter of like, anyway. Like I said, I had a much easier time in Ohio. Ohio did not give me any of this grief at all, like whatsoever. This is ugh. Although I've learned, at least in the state of New York, the way that people covered by Medicare. Prescription stuff is an entirely like different like governmental thing. Like that is like in a separate category of its own as compared to like all of the other medical care I receive. It's like administrated by different people, which might explain a few things. Anyway, I'm mad about it. I'll talk to one of my doctors about it when we get there. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm about halfway done with my tea. I'm thinking about other things. There was another clown at the thrift store last Friday when we went. But it wasn't the kind of like a clown doll, but it wasn't the kind that I enjoyed very much because it was sort of the like, there's a certain era of clowns that are like the train hopping hobo style of clowns. And it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth for reasons that I feel like I would have to like look. I couldn't like tell you like articulate why precisely, but it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I did not get him. I don't know. It's just nice to have a thrift store that does occasionally have clowns, because the suburb that I lived in previously, although I did like our thrift store, by and large mostly had angels because the population was overall intensely Christian. So a lot of angels. Never clowns, which, alas. I still just have sweet tangerine. Little sweet tangerine sitting on my shelf. It's nice that I get to slowly collect clown dolls, though. Especially if they continue to be the, like, porcelain ones with the, like, the squish bodies and the porcelain faces and hands and feet and stuff. Because I really like these style of doll. Something about it. I've always liked them. Oh, yeah. I need to dust everything. Probably either this weekend or next week on Wednesday, maybe after streams, I'm gonna clean out my computer. It's probably needs a dusting, at least a little bit. And in order to do that, I need to turn it off completely, unplug all the wires so I can take the tower out to the porch, because there's no way in hell I'm doing this inside. One, it's messy. Two, I have severe dust allergy. So we ain't doing that. I'll probably even wear a mask because, yep. Because, yep. Bum, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Hi, Bunny. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Gonna be playing Tiny Glade today. Tiny Glade. I'm drinking tea right now. Good morning. Yeah, I was definitely not just ranting about the state of New York in the way that prescriptions are done, and the fact that I'm not supposed to have periods on my birth control, ideally, but the way the insurance does it, I am basically being forced to. Anyway, can I have some? Yes. Yes, you can have some tea. Take no risks, full hazmat. I don't own a full hazmat suit. You know how sick it would be if I did, though? I don't know how much those cost. We'd find out together, maybe. I don't know if, like, regular... Let's go find out. How much does a hazmat suit cost? Ooh. So the price range for a hazmat suit, for base level, like a really cheapy one, is like $11. And then, like, the higher grade you get, I assume, depending on what kind of chemicals or other things that you are expecting to be exposed to, it goes up to, like, thousands of dollars. $11? Yeah, it's a disposable one though. It's not a reusable suit for the $11 suits. And I assume it's for like basic stuff. I have the arm bar, so none for me. I probably am going to have to get one of those alternatives at this point because I wasn't going to because the pill works for me just fine, except apparently in the state of New York, I'm not allowed. I'll add it to the list alongside the Switch 2, Central AC, and a new house on your property. Lamau. That'll melt after one spit. Yeah, probably. I'll grab a plastic bag and a rubber band and call it a day. That part, it'll cost you the same. Yeah, I would. I mean, if one of them's from Harbor Freight, I would love for Harbor Freight to tell us what its like protective use is good for. It looks like for basic stuff like painting. That's what it looks like. So we're basically looking at hazmat suits for like painting all the way up to like the actually like dangerous stuff. So good morning. Yep. Good morning to Lone Star and Pix. Hi Pix. So presumably this is just so if it's like base level chemicals like paint that you don't like spray like the heavy duty paint, the stuff that you do for cars, for instance, so you don't get it on your skin. Seems to be the driving factor there. It'd be very funny to have one just for doing like yard work. I am allergic to a lot of the plants outside and I get an eczema reaction on my skin from them. It'd be very funny to walk around in a disposable hazmat suit. Technically, it's not a hazmat suit. It's just a protective suit. What does hazmat stand for? Hazmat. Hazardous materials. Never mind. I figured it out in my own brain. Hazardous materials. That's what old t-shirts and jeans are for. I can't do an old t-shirt. I have to do long sleeve. But yeah. And preferably something's covering my face as well. Just spent a good hour deep cleaning my office desk and everything looks so clean. Good job. Good job, Pix. You do that for my brain. That's a good idea, but Sweat City. I'm already Sweat City. Again, long sleeves. I have to wear long sleeves when I'm doing outdoor work. I can't not unless I want to just have an eczema reaction everywhere. And I don't want to do that. It's kind of gnarly. Yeah. I get on. Let me go see if I can remember the different types of eczema. I was built to clean, not itchy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there it is. There it is. So I have this eczema. Is dysdrautic? I don't know. Eczema, intensely itchy conditions, small fluid-filled blisters on the palms, soles, and fingers and toes. Usually, I've never had a severe reaction, so usually it's lighter like this. It's not usually so severe that my hands are covered in welts like some of these pictures. But it is a thing that happens to me. I used to get that really bad when I had panic attacks. Yes, it is also induced by stress. I typically just get it as a allergic reaction, but to plants, outdoor plants. Especially the pokeweed. Not that you should be letting like pokeweed get on your skin at all normally anyway because it's toxic, not poisonous, toxic. But even just being around it is usually bad. Yard work is rough for me. Again, my reactions are never so severe that it's like I'm covered in the welts, but it's enough to cause me discomfort. So I tend to try and avoid it. I wear gloves, long sleeves. If it's something particularly nasty, I am going to wear a mask. It's annoying as fuck. It is annoying as fuck. I also have rosacea, so I figured out recently, which anybody doesn't know is it's a chronic inflammatory skin condition. It usually mostly affects the face, but like if your face gets like randomly hot for like seemingly no reason sometimes, especially if it causes breakouts, like if you get after you get those flares, you get more like zits and things, you probably have rosacea. It's basically, from the way it's been described to me, it's essentially that the blood vessels in your face have broken. Like, so a lot of things can cause it. Stress. Unfortunately, I'm on stress all the time, but exercise, hot food, hot drinks. A lot of things can cause like a flare up. Mine isn't super like it's not the worst thing ever. It is very noticeable, and my face does feel like it's on fire when it happens. But it's not like it's okay. I did go to a dermatologist about it recently, and he was just kind of like, "Yeah, you can use a cream." Supposedly he put in for me to get this prescription for this cream. Got no notification, nothing. I'm not going back to this guy, but anyway. I got all kinds of skin stuff going on. I also have like, it's like the blood capillaries like coming to the surface of my skin. When you get little red dots, I get so many. They kind of just blend in with my freckles. Like people kind of legitimately just think it's me freckles, but it's not. There's another what's he? Everybody's gonna be wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. So recently, I've noticed that we have a spider, a type of spider. There's a bunch of them that's been coming in the house that look like ants, but they're not ants, and it's apparently a type of jumping spider that is a ant look-alike. There's one on my wall right now. Hey, buddy. They're so fascinating looking because from a distance, they definitely look like ants. But then you're getting close and you're like, the legs are wrong and they have these big mandibles. And the thorax is like a different shape. It's very fascinating though. Insects are cool. Skin stuff is the worst because you always have to put stinky creams on. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got one specific one for my face because I also have a type of dermatitis on my scalp and my face. Right on top of the rosacea. And then I have one for my body that's just like a general lotion. Well, it's really more of a cream than like a bugs are cool if they're 400 miles away from my vision. As long as they're not on me, I have one for my scalp and face too. Yeah. Me and Bunny shaking hands right now. Handshake. I actually don't. I only use it for my scalp when sometimes I do like undercuts and things like that. If my scalp is available to me, I use it on my scalp. Otherwise, I use that's why we should get married. It's so funny, buddy, because if you were anybody out, well, not anybody, but if you were a lot of other people, I would not be okay with this. But you passed the vibe check, so I'm okay with it. It just makes me laugh. We can share skin creams. I'm sorry, I figured after collab 2 it was okay. No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like if it was a lot of other people, I'd be like, nah, you gotta chill. But I kind of know what our vibe is. So it's with you, it's fine. It's great. It's fine. Yeah, I also use the Head and Shoulders Clean and Clear. Specifically, no, the Bare Essentials one. I just want an image. Please give me an image. That's tiny, but that's fine. Okay, good. As long as you know it's a vibe. Yep. Ooh, I'm talking about cool bugs while I'm busy exercising and can't squeal about it. Boo! Yeah, I also use the shampoo. Which you can't read anything on this. Let me go see if we can find a better image. No, I don't want your other, I just want a good, there we go, there's a good size right there. So this is like with the zinc dandruff shampoo, and this helps a lot more. I can't use like, oh, we also have Selsun Blue in the house. Extra strength Selsun Blue because my cousin Lumo was getting like a skin infection, and that helped with that. But it makes my dermatitis worse. It makes it so much worse. So I can't use it. I specifically had to find this shampoo that uses the pyrithione zinc dandruff shampoo. I can't do the other stuff. It's strong smelling that my bestie hates it. Yes, Selsun Blue smells awful. I don't blame them. I use Nizoral. I have not seen that one. Nizoral. Eat. Nope. Not. This one is ketoconazole based. Interesting. That might be the one of the acid based ones. Let me see. I avoid. It's an antifungal. Okay. Yes. Yeah. The antifungal ones don't help me, and in some cases, if it's antifungal plus acid, it makes it worse for me. Interesting Tiny Glade gameplay. We're not playing yet. Hi, Garlic. It's too much effort to switch to like be in the just chatting sub for like a half hour and then switch, especially because then you have to go to the VOD and you have to switch for where the category is for that, because it's going to be on whatever category you had it on for. Oh wait, it's the balloons right now. Hi, Garlic. Welcome in. The user cream you can use before you shower, and it makes my head feel so nice. Very nice. Yeah, I don't have a fungal issue specifically. It's more of a dermatitis issue. So two separate things. You have like a silicone scalp brush. It's like so nice. I don't. I will look into this. I will look into one of these. Yes. Good for shorter hair. Longer hair, it's kind of a pain, but that makes sense. Right now, my hair is short. I cut it all off last year. Sometimes you're under a lot of stress for a lot of different reasons, including one of your roommates of 7 years stole $4,000 from the rest of you. And it's really hot as well, and you just cut all your hair off. you know. Right now my hair is short. It was long before though. I had I had braids for a long time. Hashtag relatable. I would like to grow my hair out again, but it's going to take forever, right? Because my hair grows really slowly. Ow! Hi, garlic. She's in position. Yep. My hair grows really slowly. Hey, Rudy. Hi, Rudy. My hair grows. I'm getting so distracted. My hair grows very slowly. I only get like maybe 4 inches a year. So, you know. Fastest way to cut out 200 pounds of dead weight and a couple inches off the top. It's funny you say that, but it's more like 140 pounds of dead weight because this person was very small and did not weigh very much. But yeah. I really want to shave my head so bad. It's so freeing sometimes. Oh, you bet. Alternate Lottie. Oh, the Windows thing. I never know which window is going to cause the Windows ping. But anyway. I want to do it too. Hey, welcome in, Rudy. It's good to see ya. Ooh. Hey, boo. Oh yeah, that's right. I was looking at this last. I forgot. The mouth is animated. Yes, this was drawn by the wonderful Mary Berry Arts. Yeah, she does gift tubers, so it's animated. Animate. Oh, time to shave it. It's been a while since I've looked at that. Mary Berry does great art. We love her. It's true. It's true. She's also kind of a wild person in that she's constantly going beyond her limits, and I don't know how she does it. Then I'm going to dye it pink so it looks like cotton candy. Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. Before I stop yapping and leave you to peace, can you make a decision for me? Yes. Probably. Also, you're free to yap. As tradition, we're gonna ride the roller coaster before we actually get to doing any kind of work. Gotta go ride the roller coaster. I would love to have long hair, but I'm so lazy and it gets knots too easily. Yeah, I figure when you have textured hair, like that's a whole like extra amount of work that you have to do. There's a sheep under there. I was wondering. When I had long hair, the longest I've had it in my adult life, before I cut it, it was to the middle of my back. But I don't have textured hair. A lot of the time what I did is when I took a shower, after the shower, and after the shower, I would, put leave-in conditioner, braid it, and then I just leave it in braids for several days. Which worked out quite well for me. I only had to take a shower like once every 4 to 5 days like that. Specifically for my hair, I would shower for other reasons, but I only had to wash my hair every once in a while. Oh, I prefer to straighten my hair, but that costs like $400 to do it professionally. Okay, I have to play Nikki today, but I want to art. What should I do? Do you have to play Nikki? I don't know if you have to play Mickey. And if you want to art, you should art. That's, you know. I wonder if I should, you think we should put a wall here? Or do we just want it to like leave it as like an open? People can tumble down. I guess actually no, because this is a walkway. I guess we'd have to make some stairs. Hi, Mickey done Monday. It's for stream. For stream. I mean, art would be my... I would probably pick art. You know? This is gonna take a little bit. Oh, we're probably gonna have to do it like... I really liked how steep that was. I feel like I can't do it straight. We'll have to go... Okay. And I arted for 12 hours. 12 hours? How are your hands? Are you good? Your hands okay? Yeah, okay. Really leaning towards it, but my schedule that I must listen to says Nikki. But you are your own woman. You are your own. If you want to change it suddenly, I do this all the time, to be fair, so I'm, you know, you right. Like, I have Hollow Knight on my stream list every week, pretty much. Well, not specifically Hollow Knight. It's Adventure Stream Day. And usually I do end up doing it, but if I feel really bad for any reason, I often will do something else. Ears perk up. Like, if I don't feel up for it, like, energy-wise, then I will absolutely do something else. I've done this many times. It does take more focus in most games, especially in the end game where you are now. Yes. Yes, it does. So a lot of the time, if I'm like, I don't have the focus for this, we're just not going to. Ooh. Nobody should walk down that. Can you imagine? It's so steep. I've been having fun arting again because I got a new drawing tablet for my birthday. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Enjoyed new draw tablet. I've had the same one for a long time, but I have a very simple one. I'm breaking my ankle looking at that. Yeah, I mean, this one is also quite steep. Also, apparently, it just turns this one step right here very dangerous. You probably just skip it. You just kind of like get on your ass and then can you imagine? Like you have to sit down and then reach for the step below it. I could probably fix some of this. Let me see. There we go. That's a little better. Been on stairs like that before. My favorite, least favorite thing to do. You do art all the time. You've made me several pieces of art, like 4 pieces of art, like this week alone. I feel like I should be writing, but I think I need to get back into reading again. Yeah, it's like when writing, reading really helped. You know? In my experience, when I'm struggling to write stuff. A few times I haven't written anything in a minute now, but a few times I have been like writing. When I'm struggling, usually reading works that I like a lot helps, you know? I like audiobooks, but sometimes I don't follow along very well. I tried listening to one called The Bear and the Nightingale, but I wasn't following, I guess. I have the best time with audiobooks personally when this is probably too big, huh? When I can multitask with them, because I need to be doing something with my hands to be at my best attention. Like if I'm just sitting there, like it was the worst in school or anything like that, because you're expected to just sit and stay still and listen, and like that's the worst. A good year of my life was nothing but audiobooks while playing Genshin Impact. Whoa. I want it to remain relatively big. I don't want it to be the thinnest it can be, but I also don't want it to be... That's the widest it can be. That's probably fine. Alright. Yeah. I think probably it's going to make more sense. Here. we haven't done much so far is use the basic fence line. Doesn't fit the vibes of the place as well. You know? Oh, ad time. I'm gonna. I wish you could really have them sit on the walls particularly well. It'd be nice if I could. Second option is... put it on the stairs. Don't worry, Sarybot's got it handled. Sarybot's always got my back. The fuck even is an AI viewer anyway? I don't know. I don't need to know. I am content to remain ignorant. Welcome back from the ads. Everybody who was in them. Hello, Dragon! Now, what I don't know is if I just want to make that a wall, or if we want to add another building here. We do have space for just like one, maybe a round building. Maybe? I guess it depends on how it sits on the rock more than anything. A lot of the time... it does not look like Hogwarts. Leave me alone. Sometimes we got a little bit sticking out there, but that's okay. That can stick out. Wondering. Might even be able to just. Not there. But welcome on in. We're just not super chill with the Harry Potter IP here, that's all. It really doesn't, though. The vibes are good. Like, look at all my spikes. Also, I have a bell tower. I mean, a lot of places have bell towers, but it's a different style of bell tower. Look at all my spikes. I put so much effort into this. Like, the architecture's completely... It's fine. It's fine. You're just saying that because Hogwarts is a depiction of a castle-like fortress on a hill. That's why. Got nothing to do with the architecture. There's your burger. Said, I don't know if I want to have anything in this corner, if I just want a wall. We could really, like, go in either direction with that. Man, I love castles forts. They're very impractical in this day and age, as most of us are used to having, like, better heat, like, heating systems and things like that, but, you know. Or AC. What if living castle-shaped building with modern suburbs textures applied? Lots of people have done that. Sometimes sometimes successfully to a very, like, I've looked at houses where it's really nice. Other times, it's like nice on the outside and then it's really boring and white on the inside. Okay. I don't like that. Oh. I know what I did with this building. I don't really like the way this looks. Huge door. What do I want to do with you, though? I used to love Lego castles as a kid. I had 2 big castle sets. Ooh. My mother, a strange person, couldn't understand why I needed 2. They can fight. Yes, obvious to the rest of us, for sure. Or I can combine pieces from both into a new, bigger castle. We had a lot of Legos when we were kids, but I don't think we ever had a lot of full sets of Legos. We did, I don't remember them. Just had bits and bobs, you know? Learned last night that LEGO has an official digital tool which is nominally for designing original LEGO sets, but you can also use it to build any existing LEGO set as long as unique pieces have been added, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah. I think I knew about the tool. It'd be nice if this could be green, but I think in order for it to glow, we'd have to, yeah, we gotta go forward a little bit. There we go. That's still enough space, so. LEGO fans are absolutely next level, yeah. Thank you for the water reminder. This stream might end up being a relatively short one. We'll see. We'll see how I feel in a little while. It's tempting to just drink more caffeine for the day. But I'm really tired, so we'll see what we do. I wonder if I can get a... I just think I can get a tree in here. Not a live tree, a dead tree. Not that facing tree. Ha! Fantastic! That's exactly what I wanted! Are you feeling tired? You need fan art? I'll draw you some fan art, doting fan artist. Look at that tree. She's beautiful. wonder if I can get one. Doesn't feel as nice there. Still love my spike pit. You ever just need to throw things off into the spike pit? Only downside to this is these two are facing the same way. I almost wonder if I could... That's pretty good. Wait a little bit. That's too far in. I love the one, like, living bush here that's flowers. I feel the need to get rid of it. That's better. Needs to be dead. Fresh from the morgue. You guys don't look as dead as me. Those are so nice. No. Nah, everything needs to, like, we've got the vines and things, and, like, that's fine. But the like, flowers and stuff are too... They're too cute. They're too cute. We can't be doing cute, like... It takes away from the sort of threat... Listen, not that I can manage a threatening aura that well with Tiny Glade, but I'm trying to go for, like... a place that feels kind of threatening. Flowers are not aiding me at all. Hey, look at these ones. See these flowers? Over here in the corner? Doing their best? Silly flowers. These flowers? Oh, you know what would be amazing with Tiny Glade? If at some point they make it... Need to get them, like, I wonder if I can just send them my ideas. If at some point they make it so if you do, like, a flat terrace, you can turn this into grass at the top of it. I think that would be a good idea. I think that would look pretty cool. Alright, I'm getting distracted. It's easy to do. Let's see. Ooh, a little bit. Now. There we go. There we go. Space. Okay. I'm wondering that I would like to attempt to do here. Might be hard. Well, something I know we could probably do. think this is gonna work the way I would like it to, but maybe. What? Not too bad. A little bit wonky over here, though. No. Want to move you. Dad? Yeah, there we go. One of the reasons we've taken a little bit to get back to this is just because so many of the details that I do are so painstaking. Realizing this. But it's fine. It can be a little off-center. I wonder if we could... It's not gonna let me that way. Go. Be a little bit lower. Well, I kind of like it that it's stopping it. I think I'd have to add another little section here to do what I want there. We'll leave those down there for now. Yeah. Leave that alone too. Okay. I love just the one single. How wide do I have to make it? How wide? Pretty long. Longer than I would want. Okay. Almost kind of want to... Okay. We're gonna try something. Play around with a little concept here. So, previously we've been doing... check over my architectural choices here. It's kind of what I thought. I need... I know what I'd like to do here. So let's see if we can do it. Move this. I'll just get rid of it for now. Get rid of these windows. Porch. I think I know what I'd like to do here if I can get it to work. A pretty big if. I wish I could make the buildings even smaller. There's an idea in my brain, but I don't think I can do it. But we can do something else. This is it. Ooh. That's kind of fun. Not for here. Kind of fun. Screen says unless. Think so. The thing is, I would like to see if we make it a little wider. Just barely, yes. I wonder. Oh. Ugh. And shaky. Put this all the way down with this. Pretty okay. I'm gonna drink some water. Mm-hmm. Because what essentially this is kind of just a connecting walkway into the rest of the building, because this isn't a very big hall. It's just connecting into this building. I didn't say you did it anyway. You did it regardless. But this is really good, thank you. Non-star sense of humor. Lottie Sweets, accessibility matters. Also, Lottie Sweets. Oh, wait, hold on. You can't see the banana. There we go. Ooh, that was a throat noise that I wasn't expecting. Hello. I was stretching, and a burp came out. Anyway, it's fine. Pinky! We all know dark wizards don't care about accessibility. I mean, have you seen the Death Star? Anything made by the Empire in Star Wars? That's not OSHA compliant. There's no handrails or nothing anywhere. I feel like this also has to have spikes. Move back out for a sec. Do. Boop. More uppies. And when the evil wizards hired you to design their castle, did you correct that oversight? I am the evil wizard. What? No. No, I didn't. More opportunity for evil backstory, I say. Just imagine. I don't want to keep this sloping, but I feel like if I did that, we're gonna have to... We have to do it this way, so we need smaller spikes. Oh boy, gotta get new wheels for this chair, or a new chair. I mean, get one made out of fabrials, then it'll just float. You'll be fine. Oh, man. Maybe they just want to create an environment where you are driven by a sense of... I don't know. Huh. Kinda looks like an M. Doesn't look quite right, does it? We could leave it as is, and then we could just pooch it in. Then put one big window down here. One big window down here. Thank you. Oh, a stormlight thing. Sorry. Most nights, like after Pokepachi gets home, we've been listening to the Wind and Truth, the last Stormlight Archives book. One, because I've been struggling to function, so it's something I can do. But two, because Pokepachi does work for my re-debut while we listen to book. Me actually looking up this better alternative to wheels that broke it. It's a little bit awkward when it first gets made in general, though, to be fair, because to move the chair around, basically they're using fab rails that work in opposition to another set of fab rails. Right? So essentially you have one pair of gemstones that are put into the chair and then another pair of gemstones that are somewhere else, and they have to move those in relative fashion to each other. So if the other one goes down, the chair goes up. And if the other one moves in one direction, the chair moves in the opposite direction of it. So it's not perfect by any means. However, there is a main character. Well, a main supporting character. She's not a main character, but her name is Risen. And she is a wheelchair user. Throughout her, during her story, she became paralyzed from the waist down. And then they work out a way to have a chair for her. Really nice. I wish it was easier for me to put these in, but they only become this specific style if it recognizes that it's under a window. Which does make things a little bit difficult. We're gonna put one in right here. And that looks pretty okay. But these aren't windows. And there's no space there either, so these ones don't count. But I don't want the big stone chimneys for the most part. I wonder if there's a way to trick it. Like if we move this down a teensy bit. I don't know where that went. I'm gonna move this over here for a second. Then, can I slip one of these in here? Maybe. Maybe, if we have enough space. Yes. Cool. Okay. That's something we can do. I think I moved this too far in. Uh-oh. There. Kind of makes me want to leave that as it is. There wouldn't be a window that far down. What happens if we... Look at that. Okay. Hmm. Could work. So then, like, for instance, maybe if we were able to... Yeah! It's beautiful. She's beautiful. All right. This is wonderful. Okay, okay, okay. How many can I have in a small space is my second question. Could I... Will it let me, like... Sugar? Imagine. It's so many. You wouldn't have that many exhausts, but it's still fun. Might have two. Depends on how symmetrical you're feeling, I guess. That's all you want to do it. Just learning new things today. I don't know that I actually want those exhausts to be there, but it's still good to know that I can make a workaround like that, you know? I might be able to even get it higher if we... Hold on. Let me grab you. And we can only make this so high because we did this, but... I see. It doesn't want to sit wherever there's too much stone in the way. I wonder, though... Obviously, it'll let us do this here right now. Will it get rid of it and remove it in? It doesn't! Oh. Tips and tricks, tips and tricks. It's beautiful. All right. We love that for us. Okay. Let's see. If we go too far, it's going to get rid of the sort of effect I have out here. Although, we might be able to catch it just right. That. Maybe. Has to be high enough. And we might be able to. Just a little. Well, second option. Oh, wait. Okay. No, not quite what I'm looking for, though. Probably still going to look best if I push a little guy in there. Yeah. Yeah. A window. Probably going to want to do that on the other side as well. Again, this is where I do think a copy tool would go a long ways, which is not something that we have in this game. Unfortunately. But we do our best. Go. All right, what we got here? I think we're still a little too wide. Yeah. Oh. Now, as for this side, could just put some windows in, or a window in, or nothing. far as looking at it on the street, even though that doesn't make a lot of logistical sense, this looks okay. Here we go. We have an ad starting soon. Honestly, since I don't feel very well, I think we may be wrapping up shortly after the ad. This bit's like very off center. But that's okay. It can be off center. I think it's fun. Now, a section we had been working on was over here. This is like somebody's little house and shop that we had been working on. I don't remember what this was for. That maybe. Perhaps. It's about that width. So perhaps it was that. I don't remember though. Okay, we got this. This is like one of the few areas where there's a living tree. We got all these stones here. We got these two houses. Like these two houses. They go all the way down. Well, it's hard to get down here. But we do have a couple of doors down here. And an ominous green glow underneath. That is a bunch of lanterns, but don't worry about it. Something got in the way of that, huh? Oh no. It shouldn't be that. It's not. Shouldn't be that. That's pretty shallow. What is in the way over here? I don't know. I figure this one out, because I would prefer it if that was glowing. I mean, I can make this wider. It does solve that. It might just be the rock. It does solve that problem. We then have to make this a little bit wider. There we go. I really like the front on this house. I like the way this one turned out. Yep. We're gonna have this whole area. I was thinking about making shelves. Shelves on that wall, probably. So that would be like... We got flat. Bring this up. Probably actually do... Please let me grab it. I have to bring this out. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. I'm gonna do a couple more things and then wrap up for the day. Now, this is magic, but it should not stay that way if we introduce it to the... Yeah. Like that. Why do you keep doing this to me, game? I didn't mean to click off a... Ugh. There we go. Like that. We got a little shelf. Shelfy shelf. Then we need items. This one. The doorway poses to be a problem. Oh, that's okay. The shelf is a little too narrow. We can solve that. Here we go. Wonderful. Probably just a tool then. Couple tools. Back behind here. Here we go. Looks pretty good. Will do for now. All right, we are going to wrap up for the day because I don't know. We are doing our best as always, but I don't feel great. We will ride the roller coaster one more time. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for being here. We'll get back to the sort of castle start here at some point. The great part about builds like this is I can just do whatever catches my attention for the time being. Not fit for human I mean, you're good. I appreciate my lurkers as much as my chatters anyway. Twitch doesn't, but I do. So sick of buying new computer chairs. Everything's garbage and all reviews are fake. Yeah, I generally find I have an easier time going in person someplace and testing the chair and then ordering the chair to my house. Because then at least you can test the chair in person and you can still have it shipped to your house at a lot of these places, like Staples, for instance. But, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty then. We are going to wrap up for the day. Ideally, tomorrow, be feeling well enough for me to throw myself at Hollow Knight some more. The last thing we were trying to do, which was like 3 weeks since we played Hollow Knight, was the arena, or stage 3 in the arena. I was having a lot of fun with it. If I'm feeling well enough, I will very happily throw myself at that because I was having so much fun. Let me test it in person for 30 days in a row. I don't know if it make much of a difference. I mean, eh. I've had the same desk chair for like 6 years or something now. I can't really speak on that. We're gonna have to find somebody to raid into. Other than that, announcement-wise, like I said, I mean, and you can kind of tell it's a bit reflected in like today and how I've been generally. We are going to be trimming down to 3 streams a week starting, not 3, 2 streams a week starting in June. We'll be streaming Monday, Tuesdays. I need a break. I'll probably do, in June, what's going to happen is I'm going to be doing a lot of reading and not much else. I'm going to be doing a lot of just resting because I've been pushing myself for a while. Kind of at my limits. You know how it is. I wonder if there's anybody else playing Tiny Glade right now. Let me see. One person. They're a VTuber. They're tagged with comfy and low energy vibes. We'll go right into them. We can do it. I'm good with a cozy. Get your rest. That is the plan. Yes, thanks so much for being here, everybody. Remember to take care of yourselves. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Remember to stay silly out there, all right? And I'll see you next time. Bye.